into the hospital for treatment of injuries they suffered in this storm.
Now, Jackson is under a boil water order because some of their power, or some of their pumping stations lost power, and that lost pressure, and so they are under a boil water order. They are efforting the supply of bottled water in there to help relieve the situation there. The city was under a curfew up until 7 o'clock because the downtown area was so hard hit. They are under an emergency declaration at this point in time. We have crews there who have described the situation in downtown Jackson as the epicenter, ground zero, if you will. It is just absolutely incredible, the pictures that we have seen this morning. Buildings leveled, vehicles tossed around, and it's just a massive destruction.
And we are getting information, as we said, there were 9 deaths in the Jackson-Madison County area, but there have been 11 confirmed deaths across the state of Tennessee as a result of these storm systems moving through. And we need to go back to our weather desk now and check in with News Channel 3's Todd Demers. Todd.
I just want a lot of disturbed air with that system, and we could be seeing a little bit of not only rotation in the storm, but again, the tornado warning for Hardin County and McNairy County. In other words, we are seeing this system get just a little bit more active. So if you live in the Pickwick area, like, and we know that in those resort areas, there are probably even more manufactured housing. So please take this advice seriously. Get into as sturdy a building, even though there has also been an instance today of a bunch of people in a National Guard armory actually being injured. So, you know, that's one of the things that you have to also take into consideration as you make your way into safety. But again, from the Childers area throughout Pickwick Landing in through Counts and Shiloh, we are expecting to see even heavier weather move in, because again, it's that same complex of storms that's coming out of Alcorn County in Mississippi, and it is heading not only into McNairy County and just leaving the edges of McNairy County and hitting Hardin County full force, heading into Lowryville right over Pickwick Lake. So if you know anybody that is in that community, especially that lives in manufactured housing, please suggest that they find someplace else to at least weather the storm for the next few hours, as we watch not only the rain from that situation and expect to see possibility of tornadoes, but again, you can see that not only is there a pretty good area of reflectivity in the vertical integrated liquid, in other words, the hail cores, some of the strongest ones right now over Nash Landing and even between Shiloh and Maddox. But still, over that storm in Alcorn County, we're still seeing an awful lot of hail throughout this morning. But again, as it departs from McNairy County into Hardin County, we are going to be seeing even more of that shower activity. But we're going to keep an eye on it as it's moving to the east, and it's slowing down a little bit to 35 miles per hour. It had been advancing as fast as 55 miles an hour, as slow as 30 to 35 miles an hour. But as we watch this complex of storms, we are still going to be seeing the possibility of some of these storms ramping up into the serious realm as those tornado warnings persist. The tornado warning for Alcorn County goes on until 9:45 in Hardin County for Southwest Tennessee, and McNairy County in Southwest Tennessee, that is in effect until 10 o'clock. Now, it's expected to be near Pickwick Dam about 9:10, Savannah around 9:15, Olive Hill 9:40. So again, as this complex of storms continues to make its way not only through North Mississippi but into Southwest Tennessee, we ask you to be vigilant. Keep it here at Fox 13, and or keep your NOAA weather radio sharpened, because we'll keep an eye on the weather situation as it changes, and we'll keep you informed. Ron, Val.
All right, Leon, thank you so much. And it was a deadly night in West Tennessee. Latest numbers from Tennessee Emergency Management still show 11 people confirmed dead, all in Jackson, that's in Madison County, Tennessee, from the tornado. We're told nearly 70 people have sustained rather serious injuries, Ron, and are being treated at the hospital in Madison County.
That's very, very serious damage all over the area. In case you just joined us, I can't imagine that you don't know what's going on, but if indeed that is the case, terrible, terrible storm swept through from Oklahoma through Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, and has left 29 people, 34 people now reported dead and hundreds injured. We have more information for you. I believe Tom Dees is standing by.
That's right. He joins us live from the newsroom. Tom, are we still holding at 11 deaths in Tennessee?
Val, no update on the number of deaths. 66 people injured that we understand in Jackson, Tennessee. But in Tipton County, there's flooding on Highway 59 near Gilt Edge in Brighton. If you're driving on the road and you run into a flooded area, you want to back up. You want to keep out of the water because you don't want to be swept away in the fast water. Moving to Dyer County, Dyersburg State Community College is closed for the day. The roof was torn off the gym. Class has been canceled. People were saying they're having trouble getting to class because there's so many trees down. In the Dyersburg area, the Barker Trailer Park has suffered extensive damage. There are no confirmed reports of any fatalities in Dyer County that we know of at this time. The Budget Motel was heavily damaged. The Hull Street area heavily damaged. The Poly One Corporation and the Quebecor Corporation heavily damaged as well. Also in and around Dyersburg, the Findlay and Roe Ellen communities suffering damage as well. But I guess if there's a positive note to this, there were no fatalities or no reported fatalities at this point in the Dyersburg area. Reporting live from the newsroom, Tom Dees, Fox 13 News.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. And in Tennessee, the most seriously damaged area was in Jackson.
That's right, Madison County, Tennessee. That's where Fox 13's Allison Finch spent most of the morning. She recorded this earlier in downtown Jackson.
We're seeing.
From our last account, it was gone. There have been 10 confirmed fatalities. Jan Bout is on the phone with the Jackson-Madison County Hospital. Jan, are you there?
I'm here. Yes, good morning.
First of all, good morning to you, and thank you for being with us. First of all, was the hospital damaged or in any way?
The hospital did not receive any major damage. We did have a couple of hailstones go through some windows, but other than that, we did not sustain any damage.
Jan, you guys are obviously treating the injured. What kind of injuries are you dealing with?
Mainly minor injuries like lacerations and fractures, some contusions, some chest and abdominal injuries, but for the most part they've been minor. We had 66 people come to the emergency room with that type of an injury, but unfortunately we also had 11 come through the emergency room that were fatalities, and our hearts go out to the families of these 11 folks.
So now the number is at 11. We had talked with Kurt Pickering earlier, and the number was at 10, and so now you were confirming that the number is at 11.
That's correct.
Now, exactly where are you? Where is that, for folks that aren't familiar with the Jackson area? I know where the hospital is, but I'm going to let you explain to folks that aren't familiar where you're located in reference to the damage and the downtown area.
We're on the north side of the downtown area, probably 2 miles from that area that was severely damaged. The damaged area is the part where the post office is, and I understand that sustained very, very severe damages. There were 2 churches right next to it that were damaged completely. We know of a middle school that was demolished as well, that was a little on the east side of the downtown area. We also understand that some of the other restaurants and that sort of thing in downtown area were demolished.
Now, when did the bulk of the injuries begin arriving at the hospital?
The bulk of them started coming in around 2 or 3 o'clock. I would say about that time. We called a code D at 12:40 this morning, which meant that they called, asked us to come in, and it was after that time that we started seeing the bulk of the patients coming in.
Now, were they, you say they called everybody. We had also heard that the communications, phone lines, down. Did people that weren't contacted, or were there people that weren't contacted that just came in anyway, knowing that this was a big deal?
Absolutely, and the physicians, they are always tremendous and respond in a crisis, and we had several surgeons and orthopedic physicians standing by in the emergency room. It was a great team effort. We had plenty of physicians and nurses